Okay, hello everyone. So my research topic is going to be on this new implementation that New York City and state have been doing, where they're trying to curb childhood obesity. They're currently um implementing new changes where students have healthier options. Sugary beverages aren't that accessible in school anymore. Um, Children are now getting cook shops so they can learn how to make better, healthier options, how to cook and do all these things that could help better aid in obesity in students. So the focus I've noticed has been on New York City. My interest is on New York State. Are there regions in New York State who have that has a problem with student obesity and students being overweight? So I already downloaded my data from New York data .gov. So I am doing a going through the data for the year 2014 to 2016. It's in an Excel sheet which I've extracted into Tableau. What I'm going to do now is, since I know what I will be comparing, I'm trying to get a comparison between the region and the grade level. Are there specific grade levels with a high obesity and overweight rate, or is there a specific region? So my data gives me everything I need. I am now going to create a sheet. And since I know what I am comparing, I'm going to rename my sheet right away. I'm going to left click and call this weights by region. And now I am going to compare it. So I am going to take my region and put it into my x-axis, into my vertical axis. And I know I'm comparing obesity to being overweight, so I'm going to move that into my horizontal axis. So right now I have two charts. I actually want to do a side-by-side comparison, so I'm going to click on my drop down and hit dual axis. It gave me some form of scatter plot, which is not what I want. I actually want a bar graph. So we're going to choose the one that we want. Okay, so this is the one that I want. It gives me a side-by-side comparison. It gives me the region, and it also gives me the obesity and overweight. I really don't like the colors, so I'm going to change them. I'm going to go here, edit colors. I'm going to click on my filters and change the color. So I am going to do purple for my obese and pink for my overweight. I'm going to apply those changes, hit OK. As you can see, um, the region with the highest level of overweight and obese students would be Nassau and Suffolk County. The region with the lowest is New York Penn. So now that I know that that region has the highest level of obesity, what I'm going to try to compare now, since I have the data, is my grade levels. So this is already named. I'm going to start a new sheet. So I can click either here for a new worksheet, or I can just click the little button down here to get a new worksheet. Now that I am comparing grade levels, let's see what data am I using. Okay, grade level, number of obese and number of overweight students. This gave me yet again another two bar graphs. I want to do a side-by-side comparison, so I'm going to go to my side-by-side bars. Something is missing here. Okay, I am going to, as you can see right now, um there is a high right now. Elementary schools have the highest obese and overweight students. So I'm going to click this, put this in as, rename this sheet as weights by grades level. Okay, now I'm going to create a third sheet and I am going to compare region and grade level. So I'm going to move my grade level to columns, move my region to columns, number of overweight students, number of obese students. Then I am going to yet again do a side-by-side comparison because there's too much going on right now. So I want to do a dual axis, go to my drop down, dual axis, yet another scatter plot. I want a side-by-side bar graph. As we can see, Nassau County holds the torch for highest level of obesity and overweight students by district and by grade level. You can see the elementary grade level has a high overweight and obesity rate, and also middle schools and high school. So I'm going to name this, let's cancel back down here. This is quicker. Rename this sheet region and grade level. So based on this information, we can tell that there is a problem in Nassau County. Maybe students are not getting enough exercise. Maybe they're not eating as healthy as they should. But we know something is wrong, as we can see that New York Penn has a low level of obesity in middle school, elementary school, and also for the district total, they have the lowest. So Nassau County definitely needs more work. So right now what I'm going to do is create a dashboard so I can see all my data side by side. Okay, this is a sheet. Let's delete this. Don't need that. We're trying to create a dashboard. So my dashboard is going to put all the information into one place where I can look at it. So I'm just going to drag my sheets. Let me just close this one. Do I really need this? No, I don't need the weight by grade. I actually just want to see region and grade level. So I'm going to drag it here. And I am going to change the size to something else. Let's see. Okay. So as we can see, Nassau County definitely is a region with a high level of obese and overweight students. And we now know that even though New York City is the target based on population, there are areas in New York with students who are possibly battling being overweight or being obese, where there might be changes that we have in New York City that might not be in effect in New York State. It could be because of funding or whatever the nature is. We do know that Nassau County and is that Hudson Valley? Yes, Hudson Valley do need to work on the obesity and overweight levels that they have in students.